and welcome to Down to Earth. I'm Daphne Richards. Our question this week is why there seem to be so many fewer weeds in our lawns lately, especially compared to last winter. Besides dandelions and a few patches of henbit and wintergrass, I don't have as many weeds in my lawn this year either, and it was riddled last fall. It hasn't been as hot or dry this last summer as it was the summer before. I know it doesn't seem that way, but we did also have more rain in the spring and not so many 100-degree days in our summer. Those 100-degree days in the summer of 2009 did kill out quite a bit of our grass and leave patches for weeds to invade. In the fall of 2010, we did have quite a few weeds, a lot of henbit, dandelions, and a lot of wintergrass. And this past summer, I only watered my lawn in the back once, and still I have about 90% less weeds. So that spring rain and those cooler temperatures did help us a lot with our weeds this year. To prevent spring weeds from coming in, you do need to go ahead and apply a pre-emergent in the next few weeks, and don't fertilize until your entire lawn is green. We should see fewer weeds this spring as well, so if you don't want to use that pre-emergent, just be very careful with your fertilizer. When you apply a fertilizer too early, you're feeding the weeds that might come in instead of your lawn. Our plant this week is star jasmine, Trachelospermum Jasminoides. This isn't a true jasmine, but it does resemble a jasmine, which is how it got its common name. It's a vigorous evergreen vine. And the new growth on this plant is in the spring, and it's light green, turning to thick, glossy, deep green leaves. The height depends on the support that you might have for it. It can get up to 40 feet tall in ideal conditions, but normally you wouldn't want it to be quite that tall. It does climb and clamber very easily, so it's a great plant for first-timers who might want a vine someplace in their yard. It does have star-shaped white flowers that have a wonderful jasmine-like scent that fills the air when it's in bloom. So do plant it near a window or a pathway so you can enjoy that. It blooms from mid-spring to early summer, and the blooms start to die back in the heat. It may also be used as a ground cover if you want it to ramble along the ground. It's mostly hardy to zone 8, which is our zone, but when shopping you can also look for cultivars that are listed down to zone 7, which is a little colder than us, and so when we have a colder winter that might be better. These can be killed in our area during hard freezes, so be very careful with them. They like full sun, but they can also take partial shade. They do grow very quickly, so they're perfect to put up a trellis and hide your neighbor's new hot tub, for example. They're not particular about soil, but they do prefer good drainage and a little organic matter. They're also very drought tolerant, but water them regularly, just not too much. To do in your garden this week, consider planting some roses. It's the perfect time for that. When you prepare your planting hole, do so much like you would for a tree. And make sure that the plant gets full sun and that the area has good drainage. Make sure that planting hole is wider and not deeper than the container. For us, container-grown roses are better for our environment, as are roses on their own root and not grafted. Look for earth-kind roses, which are easy care roses. We'd love to hear from you. Please visit klru.org/ctg to send us your question or a plant of the week from your garden.